The executive director of the Abuja-based Center for Transparency Advocacy, Faith Osai Nwadishi, gives you an expansive smile as an important item of welcome to her office. She hails from Amai in Nigeria's Delta State and lives out a creed that treats transparency as the only viable option in life.
We grew up as a Catholic family. We were baptized very early. When I say very early, not so early, because I was already in primary 4 when I was baptized at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Benin City. So I had parents who would, every morning you wake up and every morning we wake up and say our morning prayers. I had parents who were very religious and very upright in their ways, because my mother would always, when you're going astray, she would always give you one story in the Bible to say, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. And my mother, in her community before she died, she was well respected, even though she was a woman. They always would invite her when the truth needed to be told. So they would call her and say, her native name is Obiageli. So they would call her and say, Obiageli is here. She would always say the truth. Even if you have, given her, she knows that her next meal is going to come from you. She will look you in the eyes and tell you that this, what you have done is not right. This other person, this is where you have gone wrong. And so I grew up, with that kind of woman, understanding that you need to speak truth to power. You need to be upright in the things that you do. And that kind of helped me to a lot of principles that I grew up with and now form the kind of person I am.
Faith's mother said it the way it was, not minding whose ox was gored. This revelation about the assertive image of a parent in her childhood has truly rubbed off on Miss Nwadishi's sojourn in life. She speaks further on her parentage, rich in character and creed.
My father was so generous to a fault. My father will go an extra mile to help somebody and even walk, because he wants to help somebody. We grew up in Benin City where they knew him. His business name was Alan Harris. Everybody knew him as a kind person, from his home, his hometown, to everybody. There's no office my father will go to without leaving an impression. So he was a philanthropist by excellence. And so I had these two role models to kind of help me forge my life into adulthood.
A good number of children speak glowingly about their parents, particularly after such parents depart from earthly life. But Miss Nwadishi particularly extols her parents for a reason.
Because of those Christian backgrounds and foundations that they gave to us, it was really helpful.
No one's life is a bed of roses, and Faith's isn't an exception to the rule. She admits tough moments and drops a hint on the right attitude towards challenges.
I've been challenged. I feel I have been challenged because of the big faith that I have in God. And God has always seen me through. It's not that the challenges have not come. But each time I go back and say, well, my name is Faith. It's not by accident my parents named me Faith. It's not also by accident that God has made me so big, even though he says you need faith as small as a mustard seed. Mine is in my structure, and I always put that out. So my perseverance level is out of this world. You push me to the wall. I'm scratching the wall to see if I can actually get a way out of that. But at times you want to push back, you want to fight back, and because of your upbringing, because you believe that God will always find a way to get things done for you, you kind of calm down. You kind of certainly calm down because of that background that we have.
Faith kept repeating sighs in her revelations about herself. But beyond her physical frame, the allusion to sighs was more in the area of faith in God. On the all-important fight against vice, Ms. Osai Nwadishi says,
I once had a situation whereby I was truly qualified for a position to be given the position, but because I refused to do what other people were doing, I had two options. The option was one, either to pay pay, or to sleep with the particular person so that you can get that particular job. Anyway, that happens often, and I'd rather walk away than pick the other option. But the good thing about it is that most times when I walk away, I see a kind of turnaround. All those that I walk away from find one time or the other, find that you are the most suitable person for that thing, and they come back to you.
Now, this should be a lesson to other women who might want to cave in to temptation. Like Faith, who was taught to resist evil right from the infant section of her religious faith, adhering to one's beliefs and convictions could actually touch the heart of the predators in one's life. Miss Faith Osai Nwadishi's colleagues at the office spoke about her personality.
She has been a honest person. She has been honest with us 100%. She doesn't hide anything from us, and she will give you guidelines on how to do them.
She's honest, so she doesn't need to paint things to get it done.
Faith has a parting shot in the shape of the benefits from living the life of integrity.
The first thing is that you have peace of mind, though. Peace of mind. You don't have to be concerned about security, carrying security entourage around you. You live the simplest kind of life. You are able to interact with people at low level. You are able to interact with people at high levels because you don't have any skeletons in your cupboard.
One can only wish Faith well for being a strong woman of faith.